Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to explain you the exercise 7.1 from the chapter quadrilaterals. Okay, so now before going to start my video, I just request all of you to get subscribe my channel and press the bell icon in order to receive the notifications for my future videos. Okay, so now your first question from exercise 7.1 is the angles of quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. Okay, so now what you have to do here is the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio of 3:5:9:13, right? So now what you have to assume, you have to assume the constant ratio be x. Okay, the constant ratio be, let us assume that constant ratio be x. Okay, so now we know that the sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral will be is equals to 360 degree, right? So if you'll consider this quadrilateral, so this is your quadrilateral A, B, C and D. So here according to the ratio, I'm going to write angle A is 3x, 5x, 9x and 13x. Okay, just consider this is your quadrilateral. Okay, so now according to this, what you can write actually, what is the angle sum property of a quadrilateral? The angle sum property of a quadrilateral is nothing but the sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral will be is equals to 360 degree. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to write angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be is equals to 360 degree. Okay, so now here you can see the sum of all the angles will be is equals to 360 degree over here. Okay, so now what you have to write, you have to add up all these things like 3x plus 5x, all the angles, 9x plus 13x will be is equals to 360 degree. Okay, so now just add up this. After adding, you are going to get 30x will be is equals to 360 degree. So x will be is equals to 360 divided by 30. 0 0 will get cancelled. 3 1s are 3 1s are 3 2s are. So what is the value of x here? X value is nothing but 12 degree. Okay, so now you have to find all the particular angles as you know the value of x over here. Okay, so here the first angle A will be is equals to, what is the angle A? 3x. Okay, so 3x will be is equals to, just substitute the value of x over here, 3 into 12, so that will be is equals to 36 degree. So next one is angle B. So angle B is 5x, that will be is equals to 5 into 12, so that will be is equals to 60 degree. So what is the value of angle C? Angle C is nothing but 9x, so 9 into 12 degree is nothing but here 108 degree. Okay, so 12 9s are 108. So angle D is nothing but 13x, that is 13 into 12. Okay, so when you multiply this, you are going to get 156 degree. Okay, so therefore what you have to write at last, the angles of a quadrilateral will be is equals to 36 degree, 60 degree, 108 degree and 156 degree. Okay, so now let us move on to the next question. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. Okay, so let us see the solution now. First we'll draw one parallelogram. Okay, so what they have given over here, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, so this is our parallelogram. So here what they have given, the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. That means here AC is equals to BD. Okay, so they have given this information. So what you have to prove? You have to prove that, to prove ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, so you have to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. So now we'll see here AC and BD are the two diagonals over here. So here you can see, just consider triangle ADC and triangle BCD. Okay, so consider triangle ADC and triangle BCD. Okay, so now in this two triangle we'll prove this two triangle as congruent triangles. Okay, so now what you have to do here is just see here, DC is equals to DC, isn't it? Because it is a common side for both the triangle. So DC is equals to DC, that is common. And next is AD is equals to BC, right? So now here, why I am writing here AD is equals to BC? We know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are always equal. So for that sake, AD is equals to BC. AD is equals to BC because opposite sides of a parallelogram. Okay, so now we will see the third one, that is AC is equals to BD, right? So now here you can see AC is equals to BD. So these two are equal because already they have given that if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, that means AC and BD are equal, right? Already they have given this. So by looking at this, we can easily say that by SSS congruence rule, side, side, side congruence rule, we can say that triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BCD. Okay, so now after that, this implies angle ADC is equals to angle BCD, right? So now I am going to write here angle ADC is equals to angle BCD. Why? Because according to the rule, that is CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always equal, right? So now this is nothing but corresponding angle of this two triangle. So therefore ADC is equals to BCD. Okay, so after that you can write this angle ADC plus angle BCD is equals to 180 degree. So I am going to write here angle ADC and angle BCD is equals to 180 degree. So why this is so? Because here you can see AD and BC are the two parallel lines, AB and DC are the two parallel lines, right? So now here you can see AD and BC are the two parallel lines. So now DC is there, no? This is your transversal. DC is intersecting intersecting these two parallel line, isn't it? So now you can see it, this is cutting this two parallel line, right? So for that sake DC is a transversal over here, right? So if this is a transversal, one property is there, right? The sum of angles on the same side of the transversal will be is equals to 180 degree always. So this is your transversal, this is one side of your transversal, right? So now the sum of angles on the same side of the transversal will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so according to that I have written this statement. Okay, so angle ADC plus angle BCD, because here DC is the transversal, the sum of angles on the same side of the transversal will be is equals to always 180 degree. Okay, so here I am going to write the sum of angles on the same side of the transversal, same side of the transversal is 180 degree. Okay, so now the next step is what? Here you can see angle ADC is equals to angle BCD, right? So in place of angle BCD, I am going to write here angle ADC only, because ADC is equals to angle BCD, right? So for that sake, in place of angle BCD, I am going to write angle ADC. So angle ADC will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so now 2 angle ADC will be is equals to 180 degree. So angle ADC will be is equals to 180 degree divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2 nines are. Okay, so now angle ADC will be is equals to 90 degree. So if angle ADC is 90 degree, this implies angle BCD is also equals to 90 degree, because angle ADC will be is equals to angle BCD, right? So now similarly you can prove for the next one. Similarly, angle A is equals to angle B is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so similarly you can prove the same thing. Okay, so for that sake, this implies ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, so see here, ABCD is a rectangle. In order to prove ABCD is a rectangle, first thing is what? It should be a parallelogram, and all the angles in a rectangle, all the angles in a parallelogram should be equals to 90 degrees. So already we have proved this. For that sake, we can say that ABCD is a rectangle. So now let us move on to the next question. Show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then show that it is a rhombus. Okay, so now just consider this quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, so this is bisecting at right angle. Okay, so all these two diagonals are bisecting at right angle over here. So you have to show that ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so in order to show this, first what you have to do is you have to consider triangle AOD and triangle COD. Okay, so in triangle AOD and triangle COD, these two triangle, you can see OA is equals to OC, isn't it? So OA is equals to OC. Why I have taken? Because in question already they have given that these two diagonals are bisecting each other. Like bisecting in the sense these two things AO and OC are equal to one another. Okay, so this is the given thing. Okay, so next you have to consider angle AOD is equals to angle COD. So this also they have given that here you can see these two diagonals are bisecting at right angle. That means this angle and this angle will be is equals to 90 degree over here. So angle AOD is equals to angle COD. Okay, so this is also given. So next thing is what? Again here OD is the common thing, right? So now see here, consider these two triangle over here. Among these two triangle, OD is the common thing, right? Common side. So for that sake, OD is equals to OD, that is common. Okay, so therefore see here, by SAS congruency rule, so you can prove that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD. Okay, so SAS postulate. So this implies AD is equals to CD, isn't it? So why I have written this AD is equals to CD? Because we know that if two triangles are congruent, then corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are always equal. So now here you can see by CP/CT rule, you can write here AD is equals to CD. Okay, so similarly we can prove DC is equals to BC, BC is equals to AB, and AB is equals to CD. Okay, so we can prove this also. For that sake, this implies AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD. Okay, so now here you can see all the sides of this quadrilateral ABCD are equal, right? AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD, right? So now here you can see that all the sides are equal, right? So now therefore opposite sides are equal, right? So now see here, opposite sides are equal over here. So for that sake, this implies if opposite sides are equal to one another, this quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so now ABCD is a parallelogram in which diagonals bisect each other at right angles and all the sides are equal. So this is nothing but, therefore you can say that this ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so what is the property of rhombus, or what is rhombus? It is a parallelogram in which diagonals bisect each other at right angles and all the sides are equal. Okay, so here already they have given that the diagonals diagonals bisect each other, already they have given. So now we proved that all the sides are equal over here and this is a parallelogram. Okay, so for that sake you can write that ABCD is a parallelogram in which diagonals bisect each other at right angles and all the sides are equal. Okay, so now at last conclusion, what you can write over here, you can write that hence this quadrilateral is a rhombus. Okay, hence this quadrilateral is a rhombus. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next question, fourth one. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Okay, so now let us consider a square ABCD. Okay, so here you have to consider triangle ADC. Okay, so this triangle you have to consider, and triangle BDC. Okay, so this triangle, so ADC triangle and BDC triangle you have to consider, triangle ADC and triangle BDC. Okay, so in this triangle you can see here AD is equals to BC, isn't it? So AD is equals to BC. Why I have taken? Because in square all the sides are equal to one another, right? All sides are equal. So next thing is what? DC is equals to DC. So here you can see, if you consider these two triangles, DC is the common side for these two triangles, isn't it? So DC is equals to DC is common for both the triangle. And next thing is what? Angle ADC is equals to angle BCD is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so here angle ADC is equals to angle BCD. So these two angles are is equals to 90 degree. Why? Because this is the property of a square. So here all the sides are equal and all the angles will be is equals to 90 degree. For that sake, angle ADC and angle BCD is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so now if we'll consider SAS, by SAS postulate over here, you can say that triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BDC. Okay, so SAS congruence rule. Okay, so now this implies AC is equals to, so we can write that AC is equals to BD over here. Okay, so according to CPCT we can write that AC is equals to BD, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, so now the next thing is what? Just consider triangle AOB and triangle COD. So one thing already we have proved now. So that is, you have to prove that the diagonals of a square are equal, right? So AC is equals to BD already we have proved. So now we will go for the diagonals of a square bisect each other. Okay, so now just consider triangle AOB and triangle COD. Okay, so in these two triangle, angle AOB is equals to angle COD. Okay, so why you can how you can write this? Because vertically opposite angles are equal to one another. Okay, so here AC and BD are intersecting one another, so you can write that the vertically opposite angles are always equal. So now AOB is equals to COB, you can write. So the next thing is what? Angle BAO is equals to angle OCD. Angle BAO is equals to angle OCD because alternate angles. Okay, so you can write here alternate angles. Okay, so the next thing is what over here? AB is equals to DC, right? So now AB is equals to DC I am going to write over here because opposite sides of a square are equal, or you can say all the sides are equal in square, right? So for that sake I have written here AB is equals to DC. For that sake you can say that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. Okay, so now this implies AO is equals to OC and DO is equals to OB because CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, so now you can say that AO is equals to OC and DO is equals to OB. So here you can conclude that the diagonals of a square are bisecting each other, right? So by this statement you can easily say that the diagonals of this square are bisecting each other. Okay, so now we'll move on to the last one. You have to prove that the diagonals of a square are bisecting each other at right angles. Okay, so the angles should be is equals to 90 degree. You have to prove. So now what you have to prove in triangle AOB and triangle COB. Okay, so just consider triangle AOB and triangle COB. Okay, so these two triangles you just consider. In this triangle AB is equals to BC because sides of a square, right? So sides of a square are always equal to one another. AO is equals to OC. Already we have proved this, right? So now I am going to write diagonals bisect each other. Already we have proved this. AO is equals to OC, right? So now among these two triangles, OB is the common side. OB is equals to OB, right? So OB is the common side. For that sake, triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COB. Okay, by SSS congruency rule. So next thing is what is remaining over here, like corresponding parts of congruent triangles you have to apply now. CPCT you have to apply. So after applying that, what you are going to get here? Therefore, angle AOB is equals to angle COB because CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always equal. Okay, so now we can say that we know that angle AOB plus angle COB is equals to 180 degree because here you can see AC is a straight line, right? So if AC is a straight line, this is the linear pair, right? So the linear pair in the sense these two, the sum of these two angles will be is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so I'm going to write here linear pair. Okay, so this implies angle AOB is equals to angle COB is equals to 90 degree. So why this will be is equals to 90 degree? Because already we know that AOB is equals to COB, but we know that the sum of these two angles will be is equals to 180 degree. So we can write that AOB is equals to 90 degree and COB is equals to 90 degree. Therefore, you can say that diagonals of a square bisect at right angle. Okay,